Rome, the eternal city, a city of glory, of power, and in charge who? Julius Caesar, an unbeatable general, a charismatic leader. Caesar conquered Gaul, expanded the empire, brought unimaginable riches, like tons of gold. The people adored him. The commoners shouted his name. Caesar, Caesar, the conqueror, the invincible. But in the halls of power, you know how it is, right? Envy was growing. The Senate, once all-powerful, felt threatened, like an old cornered tiger. Caesar, blinded by glory, ignored the whispers, the murmurs. He proclaimed himself dictator for life. A fatal mistake. The Roman Republic, once so powerful, was dying. The senators, the guardians of freedom, feared for their power and for their lives. A shadow hung over the heart of Rome, the shadow of conspiracy. With each victory of Caesar, the Senate's fury grew. They saw him as a tyrant, a danger to the Republic. Freedom was at stake. Democracy threatened. Something had to be done. But who would dare face the great Caesar? Who would have the courage to challenge the invincible conqueror? The answer, my friends, was closer than they imagined. Hidden in the shadows of loyalty, of friendship, of betrayal. In the halls of the Senate, the whispers began. Quietly at first, almost inaudible. They seemed like gossip, but each day they gained strength. Glances were exchanged, conspiratorial, full of fear and hope. The seed of betrayal was planted. Brutus, a close friend of Caesar, like a real brother, joins the conspiracy. A man of honor, torn between loyalty and duty. And there was also Cassius, the mastermind, driven by envy, and by the desire for power, of course. Together, they led the conspiracy, recruiting disgruntled senators, those who were salty. Powerful men, afraid of losing their privileges, their perks. With each new member, the conspiracy grew stronger. The plan, still hazy, began to take shape. The goal was clear: eliminate Caesar. But how? He was protected by a legion of loyal soldiers, like his elite squad. The challenge seemed insurmountable, but the conspirators were willing to do anything. They would risk their lives for freedom, for the Republic, for the future of Rome. March 15th, the Ides of March, a date marked by fate. Caesar, warned by a fortune teller, can you imagine, ignores the warning. Confident in his own immortality, he walks towards the Senate, surrounded by his assassins, without a clue. Brutus, with his face covered, approaches. The dagger in his hands trembles. Et tu, Brute, Caesar whispers, incredulous. The blade pierces his toga, blood stains the white marble. Caesar falls, lifeless. The Republic was avenged. But at what cost? The assassination echoes throughout Rome. The people, in shock, revolt. The city plunges into chaos, turns into a mess. The news spreads like wildfire. Caesar is dead. The assassins, instead of heroes, are hunted like dogs. Rome is divided in two: Caesar's supporters, the Caesarians, and the defenders of the Republic. A civil war begins. Blood stains the streets of the eternal city. Rome, once the center of the world, drowns in blood. It was like a horror movie. Mark Antony, Caesar's right-hand man, cries out for revenge. He allies with Octavian, Caesar's heir. Together, they form the Second Triumvirate. They hunt down the assassins relentlessly, without mercy. One by one, they are defeated, killed by their own ambitions. The Republic, so dreamed of by the conspirators, fades further and further away. In its place, a new empire rises, more powerful, more centralized, the Roman Empire. Ironically, Caesar's dream of power comes true, but at too high a price. Freedom trampled by ambition, democracy drowned in blood. Caesar's assassination marks the end of an era, the end of the Roman Republic, and the beginning of a new chapter in history, a chapter written with blood and betrayal, a chapter that echoes to this day, a reminder that power corrupts, and that excessive ambition can destroy even the most powerful empires. Julius Caesar, a name that echoes through the centuries, a name that evokes power, ambition, betrayal, but also genius, leadership, charisma. Caesar the conqueror, Caesar the dictator, Caesar the victim, his death, a landmark in history, a turning point, the end of one era and the beginning of another. His legacy is complex, multifaceted, a legacy of military conquests, political and social reforms, a legacy that shaped the Western world. The calendar we use, the language we speak, derived from Latin, the laws that govern us, all bear the mark of Rome and the mark of Caesar. But his legacy is also stained with blood, right? By excessive ambition, by the thirst for power. Caesar's assassination is a brutal reminder that power corrupts, that the unbridled pursuit of glory can lead to ruin. The stage of history is always set, the actors change, but the drama continues. Wars, betrayals, revolutions. History repeats itself in an endless cycle of glory and tragedy. Caesar's story is the story of humanity, a story of ambition, betrayal, and power, a story that invites us to reflect. If you like this story of ambition, betrayal, and power, don't forget to like, share, and subscribe to the channel. Leave in the comments what you thought of Caesar's fate and what other historical events you would like to see here. See you in the next video.